Best way to earn cash flow without the volatility. That's what we're talking about in this video today. How accredited investors are achieving predictable cash flow without riding the stock market roller coaster. Stock market, wild swings. It can destroy consistency. That's what's taking place or can take place, and certainly has historically taken place over many periods in the last 10 to 20 years. And so accredited investors want stability. They don't want stress. They don't want chaos. Oftentimes they've made their money, probably much like you, and you want predictable income and you want to preserve your money, not try to chase more. In real estate, debt, it can create just that predictable returns. One acts just like a bank. Interest payments come in on a steady basis, month in, month out, and collateral backed. Real estate loans, debt is ultimately backed by real estate, by real property. And if you compare it to other low volatility options, it looks quite similar, but what's a little different are the returns. So low volatility things, bonds come to mind, triple net leases or absolute leases where you own a piece of property like a McDonald's, for example, and McDonald's does absolutely everything. They just send a check every month. But of course, that might be a $4 to $5 million venture to get into that versus getting into lending business might be $100,000. REITs, real estate investment trusts, those typically own either a pool of mortgages or a pool of property or preferred equity. Real estate debt can sit somewhere in that range to where you act like a bank, but you can end up with equity type returns, 8 to 12%, very commonplace. And Midwest can help strengthen that predictability. In the Midwest, there's stable values. We don't see the highs in the Midwest, and we certainly don't see the lows like the coast do. So much lower volatility, that increases our stability in the returns and reliable operators, not fly-by-nights, not people trying to get rich overnight like they do on HGTV. And you see some of these things on the coast. These are people who are typically born and bred here. They're here. And they know ultimately reputation matters, and you got to do this for a long time by taking care of people. So if you want predictable income without the volatility of the stock market, real estate debt is one of the most effective strategies. And if you want to learn more, I dropped a link in the description below.